Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. So what is the story behind this? Is it that they, meaning the Europeans, are not returning to the scene of their crimes? Is that what you are hearing? Well, you may be hearing it, but you don't like to hear. Things are in your face, the writing's on the wall, but you don't like to read writing on walls. So I'm just going to be here to say, what does this really mean that Europeans are not visiting Barbados as much as they used to? Are they being told, go over there and visit Australia, or go over there and visit your cousins, or go over there and visit, Canada or someplace else, because those people over there just became a republic? Yeah, they're still part of the Commonwealth, but they calling themselves a republic. And there's a Mia Motley, and she's, getting all this money from the IMF, and they're not relying on us as much as they used to. What does it mean? What does it mean that the U.S. tourists are visiting Barbados more than the Europeans? Because, like I said, people love to return to the scene of their crimes. It's something that's etched in their DNA. They return to see, let me see how these people are doing. Let me see how they're going to greet me. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. Let me see how they're going to make up my bed, how they're going to clean my toilet. They're not coming back for that? They're tired of that? How come? What's going on? Okay, so you guys don't really like the Americans, right? You know you don't. You already know you don't. I see it daily, the way you speak of Americans and America. And although you're on their platforms, you're all over the place. Although you get your satellite and your engines to be on the internet via the Americans. And although you get a lot of food out of America, and a lot of people that left Barbados that are in America send lots of money back to Barbados, you don't really like America still. No matter what they do, no matter what happens, you still don't like the Americans, and you don't like America. Okay, we're not going to argue over that. We're not going to argue over that. It's the way you are. It's the way you are. You could be sitting in someone's car and hit them. Someone could be picking you up and taking you to work. You hit them. Someone can give you a table to eat from, spoon, fork, and put some food on the table. You still hit them. It's just the way you are. So let's get back to Europe. What's up with that? What's up? Where are they going? Are they going to another place that they went all over the world and tried that colonial shit all over the world, right? So are they going to another location that is still like not republic? Where are they sending their tourists? Because everything is steered, everything is controlled. There's a control mechanism to all of this. Okay, there's control mechanism to all of this. So if the US are coming to Barbados more than the Europeans, your tourism model is fucked. I'm just sorry to tell you that. I hate to tell you this, but if you're dependent on tourists from the US and you already say, I heard you talk that they don't tip well, they don't do this well, and because they may look like you see the tone to the skin and that kind of stuff, and you don't like to serve people that look too much like you. You're not into that. You like the white people, right? Right? That in that particular industry, your tourism industry and your service industry, you prefer, maybe I should say that, you prefer to cater to Caucasians. Okay, so the fact that they are coming and you have to serve US people that you say don't tip well, you say are obnoxious, and all kind of junk, all kind of BS you say about America and Americans, how are you going to keep this tourism thing going? How are you going to keep the tourism thing going? You need to find out from the minister and from the hotel association and the people who run tourism. You need to find out from them, why are the Europeans not coming with all those ships coming? They're mostly Americans. What happened to the let's go and tour, the places that we raped, the places that we demolished. What happened to that mindset? What happened to the mindset of returning to the scene of the crime? What happened to that mindset? Why are they not coming to Barbados? Why has tourism from the US overtaken tourism from Europe and from England? Why? How did that happen? It's something that you should ask. If you have a town, whatever you call town meeting, or if you go to it, if you are able to ask a question online, if they have an email address, or they're not going to tell you the truth anyhow. But anyhow, I'll try to find out too. I'll try to find out what happened. But if they're not coming, if Europe, the Europeans are not coming to Barbados as much as they used to, maybe it's because Barbados became a republic. Maybe it's because you're reaching out to the IMF and the Americans more. And if something were to happen to Barbados, the military will step in and assist you guys. You don't like them, but they will step in and assist you because they see you as an ally. They see you as a friend. So what happened to England and their cousins, the ones that used to come and visit you all the time and drop all that money, the pounds and whatever else? So if you're dependent, I'm going to say it again, if tourism in Barbados becomes dependent on Americans coming to visit, your tourism product, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay, I'm just saying it's not going to work. You need to transition out of tourism. You need something. You need to have a buffer. You need to start think if they're smart, if the people who are running this particular industry, if they're smart, you need to start creating buffers, because Americans are not going to come and drop a whole lot of money. The tourists, they're not going to come and drop a whole lot of money in Barbados. They're not. You talked about it before. You probably are correct, but you talk about them. But they're not going to come and drop a whole lot of money. So tourists may be coming on the island, but they're not buying up a lot of things. They're not dropping a whole lot of money in tips and that kind of stuff. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Things are plentiful in America. Plentiful in America. They're not going to come and do it. They're not going to come there to drop their money in Barbados when they can get it here for free or dirt cheaper. Okay, so yeah, imagine that. U.S. tourism boom, BOOM. Don't, when you see those headlines in your news, just turn it around. It's all a ruse. Their hearts are quivering. They're nervous. If U.S. tourism is taking over European tourism, they're nervous about it. They're not telling you now, but you have to learn to read the writing on the wall. You have to read between the lines, okay? It is not going to work out for you going through into the future if you're dependent on Americans to sustain you. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.